It's Libby, and I'm going to be talking about dissection and Vesalius today. So, Andreas Vesalius was a physician who studied in Paris and Louvain. He then became a professor of surgery at the University of Padua. Vesalius thought that surgery would only get better if people understood the body and the anatomy better. He used dissections of executed criminals to show that Galen's understanding of the human body was wrong. He faced opposition for criticizing Galen and had to leave his job at the university. Vesalius published his 6 anatomical pictures in 1538 and then published On the Fabric of the Human Body in 1543. On the Fabric of the Human Body had illustrations based on Vesalius's dissections. Copies of Vesalius's work reached physicians in Britain. Doctors were encouraged to do dissections themselves after Vesalius's work. Vesalius is credited with inspiring other anatomists such as Fabricius and Fallopius. So, what we've just learnt from Vesalius is that he used dissections of executed criminals to show that Galen's understanding of the human body was wrong, that doctors were encouraged to do dissections themselves after Vesalius's work, and that Vesalius thought that surgery would only get better if people understood the body and the anatomy. Okay, so who were the 2 anatomists who Vesalius is credited to have inspired? Fallopius was one we just discussed, and the other was Fabricius. And to recap that again, we know that Vesalius published his 6 anatomical pictures in 1538 before publishing On the Fabric of the Human Body in 1543. The latter had illustrations based on his dissections. So, in which years did he publish his books? We know that in 1543 he published On the Fabric of the Human Body. And then, just to look back over and recap, we know that in 1538 he published his 6 anatomical pictures. Okay, so that's everything for today. As I said before, it's quite a short episode, but hopefully you feel like you've learned more about dissection and Vesalius. Thank you for listening.